Hi guys, good evening everyone. Good evening guys. How are you all? Yes. So how are you doing guys? I hope everyone is doing well. Yes, good evening everyone. So what we'll be doing today is we'll be talking about laws of chemical combination. Last class we discussed about mole concept in detail, and also we discussed about many of the questions related to it. Now today what we have to do, yes, we have to discuss about laws of chemical combination. Okay, so it's a very important topic guys. Many of the students, they face difficulty in it, and they are not able to solve the questions related to it. They gets confused with the statements. So today we'll be learning about all the laws, and yes, you will become very comfortable with it. So guys, yes, it's going to be a really fun session. So let's just continue doing it. Yes. So before starting with it, I know many of you will be actually curious to know, yes, about your educator. So I am Manisha, your chemistry educator at Unacademy, and talking about myself, I have around 5 years of experience in online and offline teaching institutes. I have done my masters from NIT Warangal, and yes, bachelor's from Delhi University. I have cracked the yes, I have cracked the IIT jams, CSIR net and GATE, and also I have given a very good ranks in NEET and JEE mains through my students. And moreover guys, I am a plus verified student, plus verified tutor, correct? Yes, very good. So this is all about me, and yes everyone, yeah, good evening. So, telling about you the class notes and the homework related things, how you can get it, right? How you can get all the information. So, you can get all the information via Telegram channel. And how you can join it, guys, you can either scan the code which is there on the screen, or you can join the channel with the link. Yes, so yes, all of you should join this channel, because you will be getting all the information about the classes, as well as you'll be getting all the handwritten notes, all the complete information you will be getting in it. Okay, so make sure you all of are joining this group. So okay guys, now let me tell you about a very important thing, that is our special classes which occurs on the Unacademy platform. So what you have to do, you can see this on Unacademy website or Unacademy app. Yes, these special classes, what are the benefits for it? Let's just understand first, and then we'll be talking about what is the schedule for it. So the first benefit is you can learn from your favorite educators for free, absolutely free. You can engage with educators via polls, and you can clear all the doubts in the live special class. So you can ask your doubts specifically, and you can, yes, get it solved. So that's a very good thing about it. Now talking about the special class timetable, guys. Yes, so when and all you are going to have, like, what is the upcoming classes schedule. So these classes you can join on our Unacademy platform, and on 4th July 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. you will be having numericals on concentration terms, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. 8th July basic concepts of chemistry, and on 11th July numericals on Bohr's model of an atom. So we'll be discussing only numericals, because most of the students, what I have seen, they feel difficulty. Yes, they feel difficulty whenever they have to do the numericals related to these topics. So on the students demand, what we are going to do, we are going to, yes, we are going to discuss the numericals, only numericals. So we have a sessions dedicated only to numericals. So what you have to do, guys, make sure you guys are joining it. Okay, very good. So let me tell you about our Unacademy subscription features. What are the best features for it? Yes, so what you can understand, the first thing is you can learn live from the comfort of your house, yes, your home, and unlimited access to all the courses. Once you have subscribed for one of the course, you can see other courses as well. So there is a unlimited access to all the courses. Top educators of India are there on one platform. There is a regular doubt clearing sessions, guys. So every fourth session is a doubt clearing session, guys. It's a doubt resolving session. So yes, whatever doubts you have, obviously you can ask in your regular sessions, correct? That's a thing. But if you have some say a number of doubts, right? And you feel you're facing difficulty in particular concept, so what you can do, you can ask in that doubt resolving session, so everything will get clear. Correct. Very good. Then what you have to know, there is an exhaustive coverage of syllabus, like we'll be covering the complete syllabus. Yes, we'll be starting it from scratch to the advanced level. So yeah, this is a very good thing about it. Then talking about the next thing is, you will be having a throughout mentorship and guidance. If you have any doubt, anything you want to ask, so what you can do, yes, you can ask it on the community or on the Telegram group, right? So we can discuss that. So there is a mentorship and guidance, that you get a study material on the PDF format. You, yes, have the practice test, live test series, and batch courses. So live test series is the most important feature of it, guys, because if you have learned the concept, that's not all. You should know that how, yes, how to implement that yes, concept in the question. So what are the applications for it? So like, you have learned even that as well, but how you will get to know where you are standing at the moment, or like where actually, like how much efforts you have to put more in a particular topic. So how you will get to know, guys? It's very simple. You have to write the exam. You have to sit in the live test series and do the exam, and from that we will get to know that how much you have understood the concept and where and all you are facing the difficulty. Okay, guys, very good. Now you have the all batch courses depending upon your needs, so that is also a really good thing, guys. Okay, very good. Now if I talk about Unacademy Plus subscription, yes, it is already at very affordable prices. And talking about what are the prices, so if you go for a 12-month course, guys, all right, you can relate that your fee, yes, your fee is as minimum as like 25 rupees, less than 25 rupees for one session. So it's like very affordable. Yes, so all of you should go through for it. And if you want to take the subscription, you can use my code, which is MRIS10, which is MRIS10, and you will be getting instant 10% discount, guys. So you can use my code, which is MRIS10, and you will be getting instant 10% discount on the subscription. Yes, so now we have got all the information about the classes, we have understood. Now let's just start. Yes, without wasting time, let's just start with the topic, that is laws of chemical combination. Laws of chemical combination. Now how many laws we are going to study in this topic? So laws of chemical combinations are nothing but, guys, basically these laws helps us to understand how the atoms, molecules, they combine together, right? So how they combine to form a different products. So these laws of chemical combination, they helps us to understand it in a better manner. So let's just discuss about it, that how many laws we are going to study. So we have to study about 6 laws. So we'll be studying 6 laws under it. So the first law is law of mass conservation. The first law is law of mass conservation. What is the second law, guys? Yes, law of definite proportions. Yes, law of definite proportions. Yes, everyone. The third law is, yes, what is the third law? Third law is nothing but law of multiple proportions. Yes. So we'll be learning about 6 laws, guys. Law of mass conservation, law of definite proportions, law of multiple proportions. Yeah. We'll be also discussing about what? Law of Gay-Lussac's law, Avogadro law, Gay-Lussac's law, Avogadro law, and yes, law of reciprocal proportions. Avogadro law, and last but not the least, law of reciprocal proportion. Law of reciprocal proportions. So we are going to learn about the sixth law in today's class, and we'll try to finish as much as possible because we'll be also discussing the numericals related to this. Yes. So let's just start with it. Yes. What say, guys? Yes, everyone. Let's just start with it. So laws of chemical combination, we understood that as the name itself says that when chemically any things, any atoms, molecules, they are going to combine. So how they are going to combine? Yes. So in what way they combine? So that is actually defined to us in the form of 6 laws. That is law of mass conservation, law of definite proportions, law of multiple proportion, Gay-Lussac's law, Avogadro law, and law of reciprocal proportion. So we'll be first starting with the law of mass conservation, which is very simple, and all of you must have studied this all of you must have studied this in previous sessions, like previous classes as well. Yeah. So talking about the first law, what is that? Law of mass conservation. So whenever you get conservation in any law, right, what it means that quantity can neither be created nor destroyed. So that's what you have to know. So law of mass conservation, what it says is that, guys, yes, that your mass is neither created nor destroyed. Yes, what you can relate law of mass conservation, what it says that your mass is neither created nor destroyed. So that's what we can relate. So according to this law, what it says, yes, so any law when we are talking about, you have to define it. So always you have to mention what, guys? You have to mention few of the things, right? So what is that? One second. Okay, so talking about here, what you can relate, very simple, like if I'm talking about law of mass conservation. So conservation means what? Conservation means you cannot create anything, you cannot destroy anything. It is conserved. Okay. Now if I talk about law of mass conservation, how you're going to define it, it's very simple. You should mention that according to this law. So if you know exam ever you're getting this question, you have to mention, right, according to this law, it states that, yes, according to this law, mass is neither created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. So mass is neither created, yes everyone, nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. In a chemical reaction. So that we can relate regarding the law of mass conservation, that you cannot create mass as well as you cannot destroy it. Correct, guys? Simple. Now, how you can talk about it more? So it means total amount of reactants before chemical reaction will be equal to total amount of products after chemical reactions. What do you have to know? Very simple. Total mass of reactants. According to this, what we can say? Total mass of reactants before chemical reaction. Yes, before chemical reaction is equal to, is equal to total mass of product after a chemical reaction. Products after chemical reaction. So this means law of mass conservation, that the mass is conserved, right? Mass is conserved means what? That you cannot create the mass, you cannot destroy it. It means before, like with what mass you started before the reaction, even after the reaction it is going to be the same. Okay, even your equations, right, chemical equations, they are balanced on the basis of this law. Correct? So this you all have to know. Correct, guys? So if we have understood this, let's just see like how we can relate with it. Say you have an equation, the formation of water. So when the water forms, you get 2H2 reacts with O2 and gives 2H2. Correct? So what happens in that? 4 gram of hydrogen reacts with the 32 gram of oxygen, and it gives what, guys? It gives 36 gram of water. Correct? So if you will check mass of the reactants before reaction is 4 plus 32, which is equal to 36. Yeah, so this is mass of reactants, obviously, and which is equal to 36. which is mass of products. Okay guys, understood everyone? So this we can relate regarding the law of mass conservation. Now if I talk about the next thing, like let's just discuss one question here. And before that, I'll be telling you one thing, that if you get any time, because with the law of mass conservation, sometimes they ask you a question regarding the percent purity as well, percentage purity. So I will be calculating it. So if any time they ask you a question regarding percent purity, so how you'll be calculating it guys? Very simple. Yeah, the formula is observed value divided by theoretical value. Means observed, which you are observing it, theoretical value, which it should be theoretically, right, which it should be there, the actual value, into 100. So this is, sometimes they ask in the question to make it little tricky, but you can relate percent purity is nothing but observed value divided by theoretical value into 100. Sometimes they give you the combination of these two concepts question. Now how you'll be doing the question, let's just discuss one question related to it. Yeah, so the question is, if the decomposition of impure, what is the question guys? If the decomposition of impure, impure KClO3, right, if the decomposition of impure KClO3, 4.9 gram of it gave 1.49 gram of KCl. Yes, KCl solid, and 0.03 mole of O2 gas. Mole of O2 gas. Considering, right, so O2 gas, calculate the percentage purity of KClO3. So can you try to find it out guys, everyone? Yes, what you will be doing in it? Yeah. So what you have to know, they are talking about the impure KClO3 and you are doing the decomposition for it, correct? So what you are doing, say you are taking a KClO3 which is impure. Okay, so what you are doing, let's just talk about its solution. So you are taking KClO3 which is impure, and what you are doing when you are doing the decomposition of it, you are heating it. What you are getting the product as KCl plus O2. What you are getting the product as KCl plus O2. So what you can relate here, very simple, that KCl that you are getting, yes, KCl plus O2 that you are getting, they have said that you are getting 1.49 gram of it, and oxygen, how much you are getting? You are getting 0.03 moles. And how much you are taking when you are taking a 4.9 gram of KClO3? So is it balanced equation guys? No. So whenever you get any equation, you have to remember that everything is going to follow a law of conservation of mass. And if it is going to follow the law of conservation of mass, yes, what you have to know guys, very simple, you have to balance the equation. The equation should be balanced. So what will be the balanced form of it? You will be writing 2 KClO3 over here, 2 KCl plus 3 O2. So this is what we can relate regarding the KClO3. This is the equation we have interpreted. Now with the help of this equation, what we should get to know, that according to this, the mass of reactant should be equal to mass of product, because if it, obviously it should follow the law of conservation of mass, right? So what we'll say, if we have balanced the equation, so what we'll be doing according to it, yes, we should know that the mass of reactants should be equal to mass of products, correct? So we'll get to know here that KClO3, if it is pure, obviously you will have mass of reactant is equal to mass of product. But you can get to know, you can find out the mass of products, and you can see that you can compare it, that how much less it is or how much more it is. Accordingly you will get the impurity, and by that what you can calculate, you can calculate percentage impurity. So what you have to know, very simple, yeah, what you have to know, you will be calculating first mass of product. So mass of product, if you want to calculate, You have to require mass of the KCl and mass of oxygen, but for oxygen they have given you moles. Mass of oxygen plus mass of KCl, right? But for oxygen it is given moles. So can I find out what will be the mass for the moles? Yes, so number of moles of oxygen it is given to me, which is 0.03 moles, correct? That is 0.03 moles. So can I calculate, that number of moles is equal to given mass divided by molar mass. So molar mass of oxygen is 32. Yes, there is 2 atoms of oxygen, so 16 into 2, 32 gram per mole. So what we'll do, 0.03 will put W here, and here what you will be having down, yes, 32. So W will be how much? W will be 0.03 into 32. So this is moles, this is gram per mole. So you will be only left with the gram. So you will get what? You will get the value as 0.96. 0.96 gram. So can I find out the mass of product now, guys? Yes, tell me. Yes, I can find out. So what will be the mass of product? So the mass of product will be 0.96, that is the mass of oxygen, plus the mass of KCl, which is 1.49. So what you will get the value? You will get the 2.45 gram. So what you can relate, what you have observed is, so percentage purity can I find out? Yes, percentage purity is, you are finding out observed value as 2.45 grams, but divided by the total mass which you have taken is 4.9. So according to law of conservation of mass, what you have to know, that it should be 2.45, but it is 4.9, which is like theoretical. So 2.45 divided by 4.9 into 100, when you will find it out, you will get to know that it is 50% pure. Okay guys, that your percentage purity for this question is 50%. So can you relate with it? Everyone understood, I hope? Yes, tell me, anyone is having any doubt? Yeah, tell me guys, everyone, anyone is having any doubt? Okay, so let's just talk about the second law. So you can solve all the questions related to this law, guys. Now let's just talk about the second law. So second law, what you can relate about it? Yes, what is it? Law of definite proportion, and it is also called as law of constant proportions. What is second law? Law of definite proportions or law of constant proportions. So law of definite proportions is also known as, because definite means the thing which is constant. So law of constant proportions. Yes, everyone. So if anyone is having any doubt in the previous law, you can ask. Yes, tell me guys. So law of definite proportions or law of constant proportion, what it says, guys, it says very simple. Let's just understand first the statement, and then we'll try to interpret it. So what it says, guys, yes, according to this law, what it says, yes, according to this law, so it is very simple, guys. It is just telling you how compound forms. Yes, so compound, how it forms, guys, tell me guys, how compound is formed? When the two elements, they combine together in a fixed proportion by mass. Yes, so that is what only it is going to convey, but in a more technical thing. So how you can relate? So according to this law, yeah, what we can write, the different, yes, the different sample of pure chemical substance, the different sample of pure chemical substance yes, always contains, pure chemical substance always contains the same proportion of elements, always contains the same proportion of elements by mass. Same proportion of elements by mass. Now how we can interpret it, guys? Yes, how we can interpret it? Very simple. Tell me, guys, whether I'm talking, let's say you have a water, okay? say water formula is what? H2O. Now tell me, whatever place you are going, say you are there in a Delhi, you are there in Odisha, you are there in US, you are there on moon, right? Wherever you are going, always water is going to have 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. Yes, so it means, yes, the oxygen and hydrogen ratio, what it is going to be in the mass, 2 gram of hydrogen always reacts with the 16 gram of oxygen to form water, right? From wherever you are getting, right? So doesn't matter, you will get always 1:8 ratio, right? Always hydrogen and oxygen will combine in 1:8 ratio to give water, which is fixed from whatever source, whatever place you are taking it, doesn't matter, it's always going to be fixed, and that's why you call it as a pure substance. No, so compounds are pure substance. Why, guys? Yes, because in that the elements combine together in a fixed proportion by mass, which doesn't changes. Clear with it, guys? Very good. So this we have understood. So let's just relate with one more example. Say we have a CO2. So how CO2 is formed? Carbon and react with oxygen, right? So whatever thing is releasing carbon dioxide, like suppose I am releasing carbon dioxide, you are releasing carbon dioxide, some great personality is releasing carbon dioxide, what do you have to know? It is not going to change, like the carbon and oxygen ratio is not going to change. Always, yes, carbon will be there in 12 gram of carbon will be reacting with what? 32 gram of oxygen, and it will be giving you how much? It will be giving, yes, 3:8 ratio, so which you can relate is going to be there for carbon dioxide. So whenever carbon and oxygen they are going to combine, they are always going to combine in a fixed proportion by mass. Okay, guys, very good. So what you have understood, that any sample, any substance if I am talking about, so that substance will have always, yes, the same proportion of elements by mass. Like it doesn't matter from what source you are taking, from what place you are taking, it is not going to change. Clear with it, everyone? Yes, tell me, guys, everyone understood this? Yes. So it's very simple, right? We understood with the very simple examples that how we can talk about it, that carbon dioxide, which is CO2, yes, whomsoever is releasing it, right? Whether I am exhaling carbon dioxide, whether you exhaling, right? All of the viewers, yes, or yeah, any person, like the biggest personality also you are relating, right? The president, the prime minister, like anyone, they are always going to have that, they will be also exhaling the same carbon dioxide, which will be having 3:8 mass ratio. Okay, very good. So this is what we have understood. Okay, now let's just do some tricky question which can be asked related to it. So they'll be asking you either the ratio, that in what they are combining. Now related to that, what else they can ask you a question? Let's just discuss that. So sometimes they can ask you a question with the help of this. They can ask you to get, because you can relate that this is 3:8 ratio when we are using, we are getting the formula as CO2. Okay, when we are using the ratio as 2 is like 1:8, we are getting the formula as H2O. Like this is according to the mass ratio. Okay, so if anytime they are giving you mass ratio and they are asking you to calculate the molecular formula, right, or they are asking you to calculate the chemical formula, so how you'll be doing it? Let's just see with the help of it. So the question here is, yes, write the formula in each case. What you have to do, write the formula, chemical formula in each case. Yeah, the question is write the chemical formula in each case. In each case. Now what are these cases, guys? Yes, let's just see that first. If hydrogen and oxygen are in the ratio of 1:16 by mass, so if they are giving you any time, no, the mass ratio. What you have to do, I can give you a hint here, so that till the time I'll be writing the question, you will be start solving the parts very easily. Yes, 1:16 by mass. What you can relate here, yeah, whenever they are giving you a mass ratio, guys, yes, whenever they are giving you a mass ratio, first you have to calculate the mole, then whatever is the mole ratio, that is going to give you the chemical formula of the compound. So if H and O are in the ratio of 1:16 by mass first, B is, they are saying if S and O are, if S and O are in the ratio of, are in the ratio of 1:1 by mass, and C, if S and O are in the ratio of 1:5 by mass. Can you solve it, guys? Everyone tell me, will you be able to solve it? Yes. So how you get the chemical formula? Very simple. Whatever is the ratio by mass is given, whatever is the ratio by mass is given, what you have to do is a very simple thing. Yeah, you have to calculate the moles from it first, and once you have calculated the moles, yes, whatever is the mole ratio, that only is going to be the ratio which is just going to decide your chemical formula. Very simple. So can we do it here according to the cases? So we can write, like, we can make a table, serial number, grams ratio, what they have given. The mass ratio obviously is going to be in the gram, so you can find out the moles ratio, and you will be getting the ratio for the compound. So talking about the elements, right? So serial number elements we can relate over here. So what they have given, the first case, A part, right? What they have given is, they have given, you have hydrogen and oxygen, and the mass ratio is 1:16. So that only will consider as a gram weight only, and moles will be getting what? Moles will be getting given mass divided by molar mass. Yes. So gram, if I am considering as W, so W divided by capital M, I will do it. So 1 divided by 1, that is the moles. I will get the ratio as 1 only. 16 divided by 1, what I'll be getting? I'll be getting the ratio as 16 only, right? 16? No. You'll be doing 16 by 16. Are you understanding this, guys? You have to divide molar mass. No. Because hydrogen, 1 atom mass is 1. That's why we consider 1 divided by 1. But for oxygen, the 1 atom mass is what, guys? It is 16. So 16 divided by 16, you will get 1. The ratio of atoms of oxygen and hydrogen is 1 and is to 1. So you can relate. Yes, O1 and H1. But you know that O and H doesn't combine like this. So what you can relate, the other simplest thing which you can relate is O2H2, or which you can write it as H2O2. So this will be there, because if you will divide also 2 by like 2 to get the simplest ratio, you will get OH only. Correct. So the ratio which you are getting, so we are using an empirical and molecular formula concept also here, which we have discussed in the previous session. So if anyone is having a difficulty, what you have to do, guys, you have to go and check the previous session. Okay, not now. First you understand this topic, and later on you can go and check the previous topic also, that is mole concept, in which we also discussed about empirical formula and molecular formula. So this is there. Now talking about the B, what they have given sulfur and oxygen, the mass is 1:1. And for sulfur, the mass is 32. And for oxygen, 1 atom, the mass is 16. So 1 divided by 32 and 1 divided by 16. So when you will be taking the ratio for it, 1 divided by 32, 1 divided by 16. So if you will multiply both by 32, what you will get the ratio, the simplest ratio? Tell me, guys. 1, 2. 1:2. Correct. So 1:2 if you are getting, what will be? Yes, very good, guys. What will be the formula? Yeah, tell me. So if I got the moles ratio 1 by 32 and 1 by 16, so what I'm going to get? What I'm going to get? The formula. So I will get SO2, which is sulfur dioxide. Correct. Clear. Third, they have given SNO, but they have given 1:1.5. So what I'll be doing? 1 divided by 32, 1 divided by 16. Sorry, 1.5 divided by 16. Yes, can we relate with it, guys? 1 divided by 32 and 1.5 divided by 16. So will I be able to get the value? Yeah. 1.5 divided by 16. So what I will get? 1 divided by 32 and 1.5 divided by 16. So how you will do that? You can multiply both of them with the 16. right? So what you will get? You will get 1 by 2 and this, and you can just, when you be simplifying it, again will be multiplying into 2, so you will get both of them. To simplify it, you will get the ratio. Yes, you will get the ratio as 1:3. So if you got the ratio as 1:3, what will be the formula for it? The formula will be SO3, which we can relate. Very simple. Clear with it, guys? I hope everyone is clear. Anyone is having any doubt, let me know. Yes, guys, everyone. So this was a question related to our law of what? Law of constant proportions, or a law of definite proportion. You can check with other questions too. And if you get any doubt, you can ask to me in YouTube class, or in a special class you can ask to me. Okay, so this is what we have understood. Let's just do one more question related to it, or we can go to the next law. Tell me, everyone. Yes, you want to do one more question related to this law, or we can go to the next law? Tell me, everyone. Yes, what say? Yeah. So can we start with the next law? Okay, so you can try the questions, you can try to practice these questions. If you get any doubt, let me know. We'll be discussing about it. So talking about the third law, let's just discuss the third law, guys. So what is third law, guys? Law of multiple proportions. Yes, law of multiple proportions. Now what this says, if you understood what is law of constant proportion, it's very simple, which you can relate that now we are not going to talk about the constant thing, we are going to talk about the thing which varies, right? So law of multiple proportion, what it says, law of multiple proportion, what it says. Yes, everyone, how we can define it. So let's just write first the law, and then we'll understand one example related to it. Okay, so what this law says is that, guys, yes, it says, so again we can mention like according to this law, correct, or you can write it states. So when you are mentioning a law, a statement, if you are getting in a subjective exam, so it's good if you mention like this statement. So according to this law, if two elements combine, yeah, in different ways, combine in different ways to form different substances. Then the mass of what you can relate, then the mass of one element that combines with a fixed mass of other element, yes, with a fixed mass of other element are in the ratio of small whole number. This is what the statement says, guys. What it says, that if two elements, they are combining in a different ways to form different substances. Like for example, you have a nitrogen reacting with one atom of oxygen giving nitrogen monoxide, nitrogen combining with two atoms of oxygen giving nitrogen dioxide. Now in that case, nitrogen is a one atom, right? So mass is going to be fixed, and let's just write and understand. Yes, and then we'll come back to the law and we'll relate that whether what we have written in the law, is it correct or not. Suppose if I'm taking nitrogen with only one atom of oxygen, half O2, so I will get NO. And if I'm taking nitrogen with two atoms of oxygen, I will get NO2. Okay, now if I talk about here, what you can relate is very simple. So generally we don't use a fraction in a reaction, right, like when we are balancing it. But here, because I want to mention it, if you want, you can multiply 2 to 2 also to everything, right? So even this also will get done. So it's very simple. If you're taking one atom of oxygen, so you can relate the mass of nitrogen is 14 gram, oxygen is 16 gram because one atom is there, and NO is 14 plus 16, 30 grams. Okay, nitrogen if you are taking 14 gram, oxygen you are taking 32 gram. Yes, nitrogen dioxide will be how much? 14 plus 32, you will have 44 gram, like that. Now what you have to know, that if you will be finding it out, the nitrogen oxygen ratio, right, the oxygen ratio which will be finding out, so the oxygen whose mass is changing is going to be a simple whole number ratio, that it is going to have 1:2 ratio. What it says, right? So then the mass of one element that combines with the fixed mass of the other element are in the ratio of small whole number. So when you check for the oxygen whose mass is changing, right, what will be the ratio for it? 1:2. Or you can find it out in one more way also, that say you have a 9, like nitrogen oxygen ratio in NO, right, divided by nitrogen oxygen ratio in NO2. So can you find it out, guys? That will be 14. So what was the mass ratio? 14:16 and 14:32. 14:16. So 14:16. Yeah, 14:16 divided by, yeah, 14:32. So how you can write? Yeah, so 14/16. Yes, divided by, you will be having 14 into 32. So 32 divided by 14. So you will get what? You will get the ratio in which the oxygen, it is changing, it is in the 2. So 1:2, it is combining. Like that also you can relate. Clear with it, guys? Yes, tell me. Everyone understood? So nitrogen oxygen ratio, or like suppose if I talk about, you have the same type of example which we can relate. So you have H2 plus half O2 gives H2O, and H2 plus O2 gives, yes, H2O2. So what we can relate, the mass of oxygen is changing now, so it is also going to be a whole number ratio. Correct? Oxygen is 16 and O2 is 32, so it is going to be a 1:2. Like that you can have 1:3 also, depending on what substance you are taking and how you are changing the mass. Okay, so that way you can relate, and it's going to be really easy. Law of multiple proportions. Let's just do one question related to it, guys. What say? Yeah, so the question is what it says, a metal M. Yes, question is what it says, a metal M. Yes, a metal M forms two oxides A and B. Forms two oxide A and B. Yes, on analysis it found, what? Yes, so they have given you a table, you can check. Yes, oxide A and oxide B contains mass, that is 1.45 gram, and oxide B contains 1.125 gram, and the volume, the oxygen combined. So oxide A, the mass of what you can relate, yes, metal, you can find it out, but they are saying the mass of whole oxide, and O2 which is getting combined, that volume is given to you, which is given same, which is 0.56 liter at STP. Yes, 0.56 liter at STP. Even here also 0.56 liter at STP. Okay, now what they are asking, if the law of multiple proportion is followed, if the law of multiple proportion is followed, the question is still going on, guys. Yes, if the law of multiple proportion is followed, yeah, then identify the oxides. Okay, very good. So what you have to know here, they have given you 0.56 liter of oxygen. So volume of the oxygen is same, right? I can find it out for the oxide A and oxide B, how the mass ratio is going to change, that we can relate. Okay, so let's just talk about how oxygen combined, right, how you can relate with it and how you can understand about it. So let's just see it, guys. Yeah, so very simple. You know that 22.4 liter of O2 22.4 liter of O2 is equal to 1 mole, yes, which is also equal to 32 gram of oxygen. Can we relate that? So 1 mole of oxygen gas contains 22.4 liter of oxygen and its mass is 32 gram. So if we can relate, very simple, that 22.4 liter of O2, if it has a mass which is 32 gram, yes, 22.4 liter of O2, if it has a mass which is 32 gram, then what you can relate, guys, then 1 liter will have 32 divided by 22.4, yes, 32 divided by 22.4, correct, and 0.56 liter, which is given in the question, it will have, you have to multiply even this side also, 0.56, correct, guys. So 32 divided by 22.4 into 0.56, you will get how much mass it is going to acquire, so that you can calculate, yes, how much value you are going to get. You are going to get 0.80 grams. Everyone understood it? Tell me, guys. Yeah. So 22.4 liter oxygen, we just related with the equation that 22.4 liter of oxygen contains 32 gram. So 1 liter will have 32 divided by 22.4, and for 0.56 liter it is going to be 32 divided by 22.4 into 0.56, so that is 0.80 gram, and that will be the mass which it is acquiring. Okay, very good. So for both the cases the mass is going to be same only, because for both the cases the volume is same. So if I understood this, so can I find out what will be the metal M in oxide 1? What is the mass of metal M in oxide 1? Yes, how it is going to be? So the total mass of the oxide is given 1.45, if everyone is able to relate. Yes, from 1.45, if I'll remove the mass of oxygen, which is 0.80, I will get to know what is the mass of, yes, metal M in oxide 1, which will be 0.65 gram. Everyone is able to relate? Yes, how much it is going to be? Tell me everyone quickly, what will be the metal M mass in oxide 2? Yeah, in oxide 2, how much it is going to be? Tell me. So it will be 1.125 minus 0.80. What value you will get? Tell me everyone. Yeah, what will be the value for it? Everyone, yes. What will be the mass of metal M in oxide 2? Subtracting 1.125 minus 0.80. What you will get? Yeah, everyone, you will get 0.325 grams. So if you have got to know this, so can you find out the ratio of metal M in A and B? Yes. Can you find it out, ratio of metal M in A and B oxide? So it's very simple. You have to divide 0.650 divided by 0.325. You will get the value, which will be around 2:1. So in the oxide A, you have 2 metals, while in oxide B, you have only 1 metal. You can find it out, right? So in oxide A, what you can relate, guys? Yes, in oxide A, what you will be having? Yeah, oxide A or oxide 1, you will be having the formula as M2O, while in oxide 2, because you have got 2 metals to 1 metal, so oxide B, you will be having MO as the ratio. Clear with it, everyone? Yeah, tell me, guys, everyone understood? Anyone is having any doubt here? Anyone wants me to repeat anything? Tell me, guys. Yes. Yeah. Very good. So what we have done, we have talked about the 3 laws, guys. Correct, today. Next session when we'll be meeting, we'll be talking about other 3 laws. But let me give you one question. All of you guys have to try it. And let's just see how many of you will be able to do it. What say? Yeah. So let's just do this question. And one more question we'll be doing. You have to find out by your own which law is going to be applicable over here. And you have to try to solve it. Okay. The question is 1.4 gram of iron reacts with 0.8 gram of sulfur 0.8 gram of sulfur to form iron 2 sulfide. Iron 2 sulfide. Okay, iron 2 sulfide. 5 points, right? So 1.4 gram of iron reacts with 0.8 gram of sulfur to form iron 2 sulfide. But 5.6 gram of iron, right? 5.6 gram of iron was dissolved in 5.6 gram of iron was dissolved in dilute HCl. Dissolved in dilute HCl. Right, and excess of potassium sulfide was added, and excess of potassium sulfide was added. Yes, so I have mentioned in the question only that if, so by looking at it you were able to think. So this question is going to be a little easy for you because they mentioned here, right? So next class what we'll be doing in the next question, like next class I'll be sharing some of the questions here to you in the description, by which you can see, like in that law won't be mentioned but you have to do it. So what it is saying, if the law of definite proposed composition is followed, if the law of definite composition is followed, yeah, how much iron sulfide is formed? How much iron sulfide, FeS, is formed in the second case? What they say, that when you are taking 1.4 gram of iron, it reacts with 0.8 gram of sulfur to form this, right? And 5.6 grams, so what you can relate that sulfide, and 5.6 gram of iron when you are dissolving in dilute HCl and excess of potassium sulfide, right, you are forming the again FeS only. They are asking in second case how much it will be forming, right? So what they are asking, you can write, and if 5.6 gram of iron was dissolved in dilute HCl and excess of potassium sulfide, so like that they are using, and they are asking that how much it is going to be formed in the second case. Will you be able to solve it, guys? Yes, tell me. Yeah, everyone, will you be able to solve it? So I can give you a hint. You try, guys, have to solve it. It's very simple, and you have to tell me the answer in the next class. Okay, everyone will be telling it. Yes, what say? So what you can do, you can relate a hint is, you can compare the moles of Fe in case 1, because if law of definite proportion is followed, so the mole of case Fe in case 1 and moles of Fe in case 2, right, if you will be taking the ratio of it, will be equal to moles of sulfur in case 1 divided by moles of sulfur in case 2, because it is following the law of definite proportions, correct? So if it is following the law of definite proportion, what you can relate here, guys, yes, in whatever way, whether in one way you are taking only, you are doing the reaction in one step, other you are doing in 4-5 steps, whatever you are doing, but the ratio is always going to be same. So if you will be comparing it, you will be calculating the moles, you will be using it, you can get the value of the amount of, yes, Fe is formed in the another case. Okay, guys, so make sure you are trying it and let me know the answer in the next class. Okay, so I can give you an answer over here. You have to try and check whether you're getting the same answer or not. If you're not getting it, ask to me in the next class. We'll be discussing about it. So the answer for it is total mass of FeS is 8.8 gram. Yes, try to solve it, guys. If you get the same answer, let me know. If not, we'll be discussing this in the next class. Okay, so today we have discussed about 3 laws out of law of chemical combination, guys. We are left with the other 3 laws that we'll be discussing in the next session. Okay, so let me just give you some information about our classes. So we have upcoming batches, like batches are going on, which is for class 12th and class 11. So one batch started from the 1st June, and the next batches they are starting very soon in the Julys. Yes, So for the 11th and 12th session, guys, yes, so for the 11th and 12th session, we have the same teachers. Chemistry is taken by me, biology is taken by Lakshya Gera sir, physics is taken by Mohana Tharam ma'am, and maths is taken by Jyoti Lakshmi ma'am. Yes, so we'll be covering the whole syllabus of your ISC, guys, in the batches. Make sure you are enrolling for our plus course classes, and we'll be discussing everything in detail. Yeah, now talking about our community, guys, which is there on our Unacademy app. So you can join our community, and how you can join it, so you never miss an update from your favorite educator if you'll be using, like if you'll be joining it. So I'll be sharing a link in the description as well, so you can, yeah, you can join the community. How? You just have to join it through the app, right, on the website. So you can like you mostly you have to use the app, and you can join it. And what you have to know, that you never miss an update from your favorite educator. If you'll be joining the community, you'll be getting all the information about the classes. We'll be conducting some polls over there, where we'll be asking you that, okay, what topic you want us to discuss in the next session, so that and all we'll be doing it. Okay, and you'll be getting all the session notes and practice material over there. Now talking about what and all things we have done, and what and all things you guys have to do, right? So first thing is, today we started with the laws of chemical combination, revising it again for everyone. We discussed that how the atoms combine together to form a compound. Okay, and after discussing that, yes, we have also discussed, so we discussed there are 6 laws, correct? And out of that 6 laws, we discussed 3 laws today. Which and all, guys? Law of conservation of mass we discussed. Yes, we also discussed the law of constant proportions, and also about the law of multiple proportions. So we discussed that. We also discussed few of the numericals related to it. Yes, you can practice all other numericals as well, and if you get any doubt, just let me know in the next session. Yes, okay, guys. So if anyone is having any doubts or queries, you can ask, guys. Tell me, anyone is having any doubts or queries, you can ask. Yes, guys, tell me. So okay, guys, we'll be meeting in the next session then. Thank you all of you. Bye bye. Thank you, guys. Bye.